Welcome back to another edition of Facebook Live. And today, before we get started, we had such a good response from last week. We decided to make this a monthly segment. So we're going to be here probably every Monday, close to about 3:30 in the afternoon. This week, we're going to be talking about the Social Security Administration. And is it possible the Social Security Administration is misleading you or giving you bad information on when and how to claim your Social Security benefits? And what we found, we just did a very successful Social Security seminar this past week down in Newark, Delaware. There's 2,728 rules in the Social Security Administration's handbook, and there are hundreds of thousands of rules about those rules in the program operating manual system. In fact, a recent Forbes article said that the Social Security Administration has 40,000 undertrained, overwhelmed, and sometimes arrogant staffers who routinely tell people things that are either dead wrong, half wrong, misleading, or incomplete. As a result, thousands of people are making terribly wrong decisions about when to claim their Social Security benefits, decisions that could be costing them huge sums of money. And we see this on a daily basis. So we're going to touch on just the highlights of what we talked about in our program last week and how your claiming age affects your monthly benefits. You can claim Social Security anywhere between the age of 62 and the age of 70, and for most people, full retirement age is the age of 66. However, if your full retirement age is 66 and you claim Social Security at the age of 62, you only get 75% of what you would have received at full retirement age of 66. In addition, if you waited beyond age 66, your benefits go up by 8% a year till the age of 70. So the difference between the claiming at 62 and the claiming at the age of 70 is usually around 76, 77% more money the longer you wait. And unfortunately, the Social Security Administration is not really giving you the right information. A lot of times they're not even telling you that you would benefit from waiting to claim your benefits. So that's number one. The second thing is how your lifetime earnings affect Social Security benefits. So big misconception here. People think, along with pensions, it's 3 your last highest 5 years, that type of thing. Social Security does not operate that way. It is based on your highest 35 years of earnings. So again, for people out there that don't have 35 years of earnings, if you only have 25 years, you get zeros for the other years. Ultimately, if you don't have a full 35 years of earnings, and they are inflation adjusted, it would pay you to work a few more years. And a lot of times Social Security is not telling people how it would benefit them to get to work a few more years and get higher Social Security earnings. The other big area we see misconceptions abound is spousal benefits. Now, granted, last November, the Social Security Administration took away a couple very popular strategies, the file and suspend and the restricted application. However, the restricted application is still available if you were 62 before the end of December 2015. So whether you're available or not, there are certain strategies and there are certain guidelines that people use. I mean, the higher earning spouse ought to always try to maximize the benefit. The younger earning spouse sometimes could take it earlier, but if you were 62 before the end of last year, there are certain strategies still available that, again, the Social Security Administration does not make people aware of. The fourth thing we want to talk about is the impact of the earnings test on Social Security. If you take Social Security before full retirement age, before age 66, you are going to be subject to the earnings test, which means in 2016, for every $2 you earn over $15,720, they're going to take away $1 of Social Security benefits. So again, it's not that the Social Security Administration is not telling you about the earnings test. What they fail to tell you is that when you do reach full retirement age, it does get added back into your monthly benefit. So again, if you have all the information in front of you, it's easy to make good decisions. A lot of times you're not getting all the information. The other thing we talk about is how Social Security benefits get taxed. A lot of people are unaware of that. It's based on overall income. And they look at adjusted gross income. They also add in half your Social Security benefits. If total earnings exceed $25,000 for single filers, $34,000 for joint filers, a portion of your benefits can be subject to income tax, either 50 or 85%, depending upon the high level of your income. It usually does not come up in interviews with Social Security personnel. And finally, one thing they don't address is how Social Security can address longevity risk. Longevity risk is a huge risk for most retirees today. We're all living longer. Social Security pays a benefit that you cannot outlive. Very unlike many of your most people today no longer have pensions, so Social Security can be a huge benefit to people in retirement because they can't outlive it. Health and longevity comes up in less than 10% of the Social Security interviews. And again, it's only because the claimants usually ask the question. So if you think, again, that your parents lived a long time, you're going to live a long time yourself, you really got to look at delaying the claiming of your Social Security because it's going to be an income source you cannot outlive. So a lot of bad information being relayed to people out there. And again, if you want expert information, come to the source. This is another edition of Facebook Live.